right? All
Sorry, I
right.
just wanted to record before I forgot. Yeah, no, so oh, and I'm just gonna say right now, sorry, this is for Yen. This is Sarina, our lovely Power and Aging member. So we're gonna do the interview, but we were just finishing a chat. But yeah, I think that's gonna come up anyway, right, with what you're saying?
Yeah.
Perfect. And I'm totally on board. Like, I want to customize it as much as possible so that everyone's happy. Saying that, like I said, you can't always make everyone happy. And at this stage with, 4 or 5 members, it's much easier to kind of come in and do the extras. Like my potential plan is 100 members, and you know what I mean? And at that point, I won't be able to keep up with everybody. But like you said, like the first one or the first month or something, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So is it okay if I just prompt you with the questions in the order that I sent them to you? Okay.
For sure.
Ugh, go to my other page. All right. So, Serena, if you don't mind telling Yen, how did you know about PIA?
Well, Christine, I learned it from you. I had gone into some of the
Guest speaker events?
guest speaker events. That's what I was trying to look for. Yeah. I got to attend some of those, but really couldn't financially at that time join in the groups. But I really loved hearing about everything that was going on and the different topics that were covered. And there were some topics that I missed that I really wish I could have been a part of. So I just finally decided to bite the bullet, and I thought, you know what? It's time for me to make myself accountable for it.
Love it. Time to
So
invest in yourself.
exactly. I
Uh,
do have that on my list here.
and just a note on that, for any of those that you missed, have you seen there is a library that you can go to, and all of the guest speaker events are posted in your library.
I did not see that.
Yeah, so in your, just as a little sidebar, in your member portal at the top it says library. I've
Okay.
literally it's the whole recorded guest speaker event. Everyone we've done over 20, except for March, which was gardening and the man wouldn't let us record. Every other one is posted on there.
I'm good with gardening anyway, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I'm not. But you can go back and watch or replay or whatever because you're a member where that they're only members get those links. So
that's awesome.
okay. So next question, why do you want to participate in this program of ours?
Well, that goes back to being able to sit in on some of the guest speakers and missing out on some of the ones I really wanted to be part of. So this way, I will be able to be in on the guest speakers. Plus, I have my little group at meetings that we inspire and encourage each other, and I really really like that.
That's excellent. And Yen didn't ask this question, but for my own sake, I'd love to know, like, how are you finding the groupettes? Like you said,
I
inspired.
love my group. I absolutely love my group.
Yay.
Yeah,
And
there's I would say that Kathy and I are the shyest ones, but
okay.
I have no problem when some like Pauline, when she starts talking, she prompts everybody else. She's really good as a leader. She will prompt everybody else, and I have no problem if it's something that I've experienced that has helped me in that specific topic. I don't have a problem speaking up, whereas before I would have.
Wow.
Getting to know the girls, I'm feeling more comfortable. I'm feeling like I don't have to be afraid to say anything.
I love
So
it. So
well,
the
I love.
so the groupettes you would say are a big bonus, like a part of the program that would be unique, I would think, to this program, and like other courses, you don't get that kind of community.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
I'm so happy to hear that feedback, Serena, because for me, like I've done online courses and they're great and you can kind of go at your own pace, but you don't have the accountability part and you don't have the
Mhm.
community to not only keep you accountable, but to like support you and listen to you and help build you back up, and maybe sometimes for you to take the role as the leader, or you know what I mean? So that's why I wanted the in-person community meetings as well as the group coaching. So there was an actual show up at this time and be accountable, and then the online just do at your own pace stuff. So I'm glad
Mm,
the groupettes are working out. Like that was my vision. So I'm so happy that you're feeling that.
that's
And
good. Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
really am.
lifelong friendships, my dear, because like even afterwards,
I
like I
hope so.
4 years with my group. So long after it stopped. Okay, next question. What made you decide this program was worth your financial investment?
Well, you have helped me in so many different ways throughout the years. And I have, I've become stronger as a person. I've become more, my self-esteem has been built up. I, my confidence still isn't there, but I know there's a lot of things that I still have to work on. But I know that I have come a long way in knowing you, even just the little bits and pieces that we've gotten to spend time together, or even just, a Zoom call here and there. So being able to uh, grow with a group of other people who struggle the same way that I do, or even in a different way, but knowing that they're struggling, and the fact that we can help each other the way that you have helped me or others have helped me, I think that's great. Right. And if it means that I have to spend a little bit of money to make myself, you know, force myself, it really forces me to come to the meetings and put myself first.
Mm.
That's important to me.
Well,
Right.
yeah, thank you. And I have a little side question with that. In terms of like, do you find that because you have made a financial investment, it encourages you to show up more than if you didn't put any money in, it'd be like, I don't have to show up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a bit of a motivator because you've
It
actually
is.
put that money in. So now the motivation is there to get your money's worth, your value.
Well, and it's that, but it's also, it makes me feel like I'm important. Like, I mean, to pay that money, I should be putting myself first sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I've put my kids first I've put my families first, I put everybody else first for so long that it has drained me. It has made me completely exhausted all the time, that I sometimes you need to put yourself first. Sometimes you need to heal yourself before you can keep going.
100%. And I actually find it interesting because it's so easy for us to drop 20, $30 on a couple pizzas for the family. You know what I mean? And
Sure.
those are maybe to make our life easier in the moment for not cooking, for time management, for whatever. But, and ultimately, like, it's not probably the best decision. I say that as we ordered pizza tonight. Um, but that's how you know what I mean? But then, yet we're so reluctant and so, oh my God, to spend the same $30 on ourselves for the month. You know what I mean? And it's like, but I just dropped that on a pizza, So it's also perspective, right? And what your self-worth is. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna read the next one. I wish I'd worn my glasses. Can I make this bigger? I don't know if I can. No. What are the main problems, challenges, and pain points that you are facing in your life right now?
Where do I start? Um, well, my biggest one is stress. And when I'm stressed, and stress, like, I mean, it comes from all avenues of your life, right? So for me, it I feel it in my shoulders and my neck, and I get massive headaches.
Mm.
Um, I
Physically, yeah, stress, yeah.
physically, I feel, yeah, physically. It used to really affect my stomach. And because I've come a long way with the healing and everything,
Mm.
I can manage to deal with it a lot better than I have. So it's, not very often that I feel the pain that I used to feel.
Good.
So that's another thing with coming to these group at meetings, and even just talking to, like, my girlfriend at work. Um, we talk about so much together, and I've told her numerous times about this group, the PIA, and she she's a little bit younger than I am, but she sounds like she would be so interested, and she would be a great fit for it.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, like, the stress for me, I cannot lose weight. I am always tired.
Mhm.
And that could be just because I'm driving people here, there, and everywhere, and
Yep.
no real downtime. Um, Sometimes I really lack motivation to do anything after work, right? Like
Yep.
yesterday, this is an example where I came home after work and I bleached my daughter's hair. Then my other daughter had to go and get medicine for her dog and she had to get stuff for herself. So I didn't get home after coloring hair until like 7:30.
Wow.
And
So
right. And most of my days have been like that. So by the time I get home, the last thing I want to do is clean my kitchen because the kids have made it a mess, or go and, pull the fence high weeds in my backyard because nobody will go in the backyard.
Mhm.
Right. So it's one of those no motivation.
Mm.
Like, but my biggest thing too is, other than the stress, is the self-confidence, right?
Mhm.
My self-esteem is better, but I still don't have the confidence that I would like to have.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Program
So
wise. We might be
yes.
having that theme coming. I'm not saying
Woo-hoo!
it.
That would be great because that's a big one for me.
Rest assured.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's good. So again, for summing it up for Yen, stress, a caregiver, not having the time for yourself, and so that plays around with, your energy levels, fatigue, your, your eating or your lack of being able to stay as fit as you want. So weight as well, and then confidence, which ties in with some of those things, right? Because when we're not well rested, we're not feeling like we look our best. Maybe our confidence is down as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are your main point. That's good for her to know because those are some of the things she'll target. Whereas, maybe somebody else is like mood swings and hormones. Other people might be like relationships, or everyone's gonna have their things. So just for her to know. That's awesome. If you think of anything else after, you can let me know. Uh,
Okay.
oh my gosh, I really needed to wear my glasses. How do you feel about the program so far? And yeah, just describe, and if there's anything that stands out, she might be able to take for a quote for the, testimonial of the actual program of, like the layout, how it's flowing, too much, too little.
I actually really love it. I love going in each month. It For the first little bit, it took me a little bit to figure it out, but that's because I'm technologically challenged. Can't even say the word. That's how challenged I am. Um,
I hear
so after I figured it out and seeing how it was laid out, I'm like, oh, this is easy, no problem. Um, the only thing that I would say is, for our very first meeting, I would have loved a little bit more guidance than what we had. And that probably too could be the fact that, because I didn't get to read everything on the
you.
on the website, I was lacking the
The preparation.
knowledge and preparation. Yes,
That's a
on how we could do
That's
it.
a great point. And I think that's a good note for me as well. Even if I say, in the welcome emails, please make sure
Mhm.
that if you don't see everything, but make sure this video is watched before the meeting, or
That
this,
would be perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
something. That's a great, thank you. I appreciate that. And as we talked about as well, I might step in, in the first meeting, or we'll
Mhm.
see how it goes, but that's yeah, I think it would be good for me to, you know again, I don't want to micromanage, but I think that is, if that guidance is needed, and then when I step away, you guys just take the reins, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. So, and you did give us a bit of feedback on how you do feel the groupettes are, like, it's growing in terms of now you're more comfortable and you're starting to break that wall of, opening up, right?
Hmm.
So that's beneficial. Do you think the program it's easy to use in terms of like week one is this, week two,
Yeah,
and
I love that.
okay,
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And I love getting to watch the little videos.
okay. And yeah, for me, I like videos because I can be getting ready in the morning, and like I can just be listening and or chopping onions at night, whatever for dinner and listening. And do you feel that the video content has been like explained well? It helps you understand the theme and it matches with the questions.
Of the videos that I've been able to watch, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was better this month than the last couple months, and that's only because of, well, as you know, my time is precious. I don't have a whole lot of it. So I completely forget, and then I'm like, oh God, it's a good thing that I put the meetings on my calendar because I would forget which
Yeah.
day it is.
That's good
Right.
though. Yeah, that's
So
taking accountability. That's something that you're stepping up your game to take accountability and putting it on your calendar, right? Um, and you do know that you have access to go back and stuff like that. So, you might not have had time for June, but in October you got an extra week and you're like, oh,
yeah,
I missed that. I kind of want to figure out what that was or
yeah, I got a whole new book just for this. Yeah.
that.
Just so that I can go through everything because I do find a lot of it really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really do.
And the balance between life coach, health coach also works.
I think it's great.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay. Which social media channels do you usually use?
Well, as you know, I don't have Facebook anymore. I have Facebook
A lot
Messenger.
of people don't actually in our group, so you don't use
Oh,
Facebook? Yeah. I
no,
think Kathy's
I
the only
don't
one
have
on Facebook.
Instagram either.
No Instagram, no Facebook.
No, occasionally I'll go on TikTok, and
Okay.
that's usually just to watch videos, just because some of the animal videos really make me laugh. It releases some of my stress and tension. But
Yeah.
there's also a lot of spiritual ones on there too
Yeah.
that I really like. So
What about LinkedIn, YouTube?
I have LinkedIn, but I like never go on it.
Yeah, we don't use it yet as a company, but we're thinking of going in that direction a little bit as well. So
Yeah.
just to advertise. Okay, so I know you're not really a social media person per se,
No,
and this
no.
particular group, honestly, like I really think Kathy's the only one on Facebook, to be honest. Pauline used to have an account and she can access videos and jump on, but she doesn't, I think, really do Facebook a little bit
Mhm.
for a few groups. And that leads to the next question. So if you don't go on, Yen was asking what your 3 to 5 main Facebook pages or groups. So maybe TikTok, you said more like animal stuff.
I look at the animal stuff, but I do look at the spiritual stuff. So anything with the people that do oracle card readings, even the tarot readings, and that is something that I'm really interested in and want to learn more about.
Right.
Um, but I that's part of why I go on TikTok because there's a lot of it on there,
Okay.
and it's just fun to see the different characteristics that come out in people when they do the readings or any of that. It's really fun.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. And Twitter you don't use either, right?
I've never even signed up for Twitter.
Okay. Yeah.
I heard
I
Twitter's
read
changing actually.
I read Twitter and then I don't write. Uh,
I heard Twitter was changing. Is that true?
I
I
don't
heard that on the radio.
It changed a little bit when Elon Musk bought it.
Yeah.
He stopped censoring the conservatives because basically like it was very much oh, you can't say that, it's misinformation or whatever, and he's just like, you can say it because there's something called freedom of speech. So basically that's been a big sore spot for some people, but yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know enough about it to really. And so why, you already kind of answered why you visit the pages to um
Yeah.
see different spiritual leaders or card readings and things like that. Okay, and finally, would you be willing to refer a friend? Why or why not?
Yes, I absolutely would. And I talk about this actually with everybody that I work with. Most of them are girls. We just work with one guy, and he's just on board with everything. So yeah, I'm the oldest one there.
Okay.
Unless we go to my boss's mom's farm, then I'm not the youngest one anymore,
And
but
you're 44, right?
I'm 48.
Oh my gosh. I keep thinking
Uh,
baby. Well, still young, still young.
I'm gonna
Um,
be 50 in a year and a half.
oh my gosh.
I
Yay.
know.
We're here for you for that monumental leap. But and obviously our target market would be 40 to 65, right? Sort of middle age. But
Yeah,
as you know, Pauline is older. We've had people in their 30s come out to our events and things like
that's
that.
awesome.
So, we try not to be, what I mean, if I feel like the topics that we work on and stuff, it could really pertain. I mean, you could be you might not be empty nesting in your 30s, but you might be able to relate in other ways to other things. So,
For sure.
yeah, so if somebody's in their 30s and still looking for like a cool community group that they can have, to do coaching and support, I would say, they're not too young. Although they might look at it and might think it's not for them, but I wouldn't worry too much about age. And you do know about our referral. If you refer a friend, right, you get 11% off and they get 11% off.
Got that.
And
Yeah.
we've extended that, like, so even though you've paid or paying for the regular price, but if you did refer a friend and they join, we'll reimburse you that 11%. So something to consider. And we're hoping, it's just a way to get more people in and,
Hmm.
just a little thank you sort of referral fee, right? So,
Hmm.
okay, awesome. And I know one of Pauline's notes as well was, could we put together something easy, like an email or something, so that the friends she does want to tell, it will be like kind of like, this is where we are, who we are, here's our link, to our website, check us out, maybe the link to the membership page or video, because I think the
Hmm.
membership page does have our intro video. So, that kind of thing. And that's kind of like we put it together so that if you wanted to share, it would be easier. Is that something that would make sense for you as well?
It could, but it's really easy to find your website.
Yeah, and do you think there's
So
enough information on there?
I think
Okay. Okay. And
I can do
hopefully
it again.
we
Yeah.
do have two, and this is a sidebar, but we do have our two webinars coming up, August 20th and 28th. So if any of those work friends are interested in coming, like, again, no pressure, but we do appreciate if you want to mention it and let them, and even just coming to the free webinar they don't have to even feel obligated, or they might say, oh, it sounds great, but I'll start in January. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Saturdays, and those are Saturdays, right?
The webinars? No, one is Sunday afternoon. It's actually
Oh,
after our coaching. We have the coaching at 11:11, so we made the webinar
oh, okay.
at 1:11, and the other is a Tuesday night.
Oh yeah, those I can come to.
Yeah, those are the webinars which you've already come to, I
Yeah,
think. It's
yeah.
it's pretty much introducing the program.
Hmm.
So you are more than welcome to come, but it's more to get people who don't know the program to come out. So maybe your friend, although they might say, "Well, come with me," you know what I mean, or sit in the same. You could sit in the same room and have a glass of wine together, or whatever, But
Yeah, well, I was thinking of that because I think that just for her to sit in on, she's very spiritual, like we
yeah.
are, and it's something that I'm really wanting to learn more,
Mm.
right? Um, and I know that she is too, and I just wish she would just try it once, right? Just come and sit in on it because
Yeah,
it made a world of difference for me.
excellent. Thank you. Well, and some things are going to be more spiritual, and some things are. Some of our guest speakers
Oh, for sure.
are, and some aren't. And I'm excited. We actually have some good speakers coming up. There's going to be someone in October talking about Akashic records and like your spiritual it's journey, and it's quite interesting.
That
So
one I want to be part of for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. So, and again, you'll get the recording. So, okay. All right. I think that's everything Yen asked for on your list. I hope so, Yen. I don't know. But just to get a sense of, our members and what they're, looking for in a program, what attracted them to our program, if we are meeting that, standard, if they're looking for something else. So hopefully, if she can get some of this and we'll find some more wonderful members like you, Sarina.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you'll
We
grow.
we will. I feel very confident in the, putting it out to the universe. I just feel like I need to be open as to how and when it happens. I can't be like stuck in a this is gonna happen here today. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
have to be open for what's meant to be. But I am proud of what we've created. I feel like we've put a lot of material and content in, and sometimes people are like, it's too much, I can't keep up. I'd rather give you more and you'd be like, wow, there's a lot, I'm getting a lot of value for my money, I can go back and do it when I have time, it's there
Hmm.
for me, then oh, there wasn't much that month, and you know what I mean, I didn't get any value there. So that's why we wanted to put a lot in, and also make it easy to follow, breaking it down every, first week's intro, second week's check-in, third week's tips and
Hmm.
tools, fourth week's wrap up, every month the same.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, thank you so much for that,
No
and let me
problem.
know what you decide about the testimonial for the video.
Yes.
You can
Yes, I
fix your
will.
lighting or whatever, you can do it from far or whatever, it doesn't really matter, but you're beautiful the way you are, and again, it's about speaking from the heart. That's all people just want to know. What did you connect with, and what could I possibly connect with in this group, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll work on that and see what I can come up with. Make it sound good.
Yay, thank you.
No
Appreciate it.
problem.
Okay, well, I'll let you go so I can send this off to her, and I
Yep.
know you wanted to